Hello friends. Today I have a very special and exciting video for you. So Spiegelmom Scraps and Ink Road Stamps are teaming up today, and we are going to be creating with this sequin mix that was made by Jody, who is the owner of Spiegelmom Scraps. And she made this exclusively for Ink Road Stamps. So this sequin mix is only available at Ink Road Stamps. And it was made by Spiegelmom Scraps, who is Jody. Then Ink Road Stamps, which is Laura. Yeah, did I say that right? I think it's Laura. Yeah, sorry. I'm like, wait a minute, now I'm thinking I say it wrong. She sent us these two stamps for free, totally free, as part of the collaboration. So as you can see, I have been using them and making things with them and everything. I haven't used this one yet. It says Mermaid at Heart. Isn't it so stinking cute? I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but I want to come up with something. And then today, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I have these two different card styles. So I thought I would just kind of get on and kind of explain to you what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be using these stamps as well as this beautiful sequin mix. And you can see here, I did actually play around with a lot of these stamps, and I did some coloring with some close to my heart markers. That's what these are. These are close to my heart markers. I did an art journal page as well. So this is the one I did, and I actually didn't finish it. It looks like I still needed to do a couple more things on some of these girls. But for this one, I played around with a lot of the new colors that I did get from Spiegelmom Scraps. Sorry, this video is going to be super long apparently, but I did want to just get on and kind of show you how I've been playing around and having fun. You can see that I did stamp some of these starfish from the set, and I used my saffron new close to my heart ink, and I love this yellow. It's such a pretty rich, it's kind of like an orangey yellow. And on some of these I did color in the stars with some of this sunny. And this purple color right here is Lilac Blossom. That's one of the new ones. So that's what the Lilac Blossom looks like. Oh, and then there was this peacock's plume, which is just a gorgeous medium blue, and that is right here. That really pretty blue. So that is kind of, I'll take some photos of these and put them at the end. I didn't record myself making this because I was just playing around and having fun. So, and I just absolutely love it. It was just a fun little page. Like, I was just having fun with it. But I will take some pictures and post them at the end of all of these different ladies or mermaids that I was playing around with and just enjoying the time that I had to play with those. So I am going to go ahead and stop the video right now, and I'm going to start fast forwarding it, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Hello scrapbookers, this is Megan, and I am back today with a new scrapbook process video. This one you will have just seen my little introduction, and now I am getting busy. So like I said earlier, I am doing this one for Ink Road Stamps and Jody, who is Spiegelmom Scraps, and I am on her design team. So you can see here that I am just kind of playing around, trying to figure out exactly what I want to do. And then I'm going to decide, okay, I need to just get everything off of my desk and put down this Heidi Swap mat so that I can not make my nice wooden background all yucky. I am going to add some gesso to this card, and actually this one doesn't work out the way that I had in mind, but I thought I would leave it in here just to kind of show you. Okay, so next I decided I'm going to move on to this other card and start decorating this one and then move back to the mixed media one after it dries. So this one I am using the bubble stamp set from the Mermaid ink road stamp, and I am just using my Pacifica ink from Close to My Heart. Close to My Heart inks are my absolute favorite, and if you didn't know, I am still hosting a Close to My Heart party. I will leave a link below to the shop so that you can go ahead and purchase if you would like to. But that party closes on Wednesday, I think it's Wednesday, the September 20th. Let's see. No, Thursday, September 20th. Okay, so here you can see I did use my Stays On ink to stamp 2 different girls on this card, and here I am trying to figure out exactly what sentiment I want to put on this card. And I had that cute little scallop circle, and I think that's from Cheeky Studio, from one of her floral collections. I don't quite remember. But then I had this scrap mixed media paper that I used for a layout about Jonas's 13th birthday, and I decided I'm going to stamp this Mermaid at Heart little stamp, and then I'm going to cut it out in the shape of the stamp and put it on this card, and this is going to be the sentiment for this first card that I'm going to be making. So I cut it out around, and it was a little too big. I wanted to make sure that you could see all of both of those mermaids, and so I did cut it down quite a bit. And then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up putting some fun foam behind this Mermaid at Heart little sentiment. Okay, so now here I'm going to just glue down that Mermaid at Heart piece, and then I'm going to pull out some of those, what are they called, sequins, and I'm just going to place them around the card. I'm just kind of dropping them in a bunch of different groups, and then I'm going to glue them all down. So I'm not going to make you watch this because this takes a while, and then I will come back in a moment and do some more coloring and stuff of the mermaids. Okay, so now you can see here I have pulled out some of my Shimmers paints, and these are the little pots that you can get in the Spiegelmom scrap store. I will make sure to leave links below to all of the colors that I use. I believe I use Pool Me Closer, and then the Blings, which is, I think, Pixie Dust. Well, yeah, and I really love how these Shimmers pots paints come out with these cute stamps. And I think for this card, that is pretty much it. So next up, I will show you the second card that I make, and then I will have photos of all of the cards at the end. Okay, so now I'm pulling in this card that I want to do the shaker for, and the reason I put down some gesso was because I was thinking I wanted to add some of this blue peacock color to the back so that it would kind of be like water, I guess, when you had the sequins and it was a closed card. I don't know if that even makes any sense, but I thought, okay, that's a little bit too dark, so I just start dabbing it, and it actually looks really good, but I end up not liking it for this card. So I'm going to actually set that aside, and I'm going to pull out a new card base. So here you can see I have pulled out a glassine bag, which I believe I got these from the Spiegelmom scrap store. I'm not sure if she's still selling them, so I will make sure to go and check in the store, and if she is, I will have a link below. But I always save all of my glassine bags, and everything that I get when I purchase products and embellishments come in them. I always save them because I end up making shaker pockets or, you know, anything out of them. So I am going to use this, sorry, my dog is in here with me. I'm going to use this little, what is that? It's a starfish stamp, and I'm going to stamp with my Pacifica ink, and that's from Close to My Heart. And then I'm also going to stamp with my saffron Close to My Heart ink, because I was thinking, well, starfish are kind of like an orangey yellow at first, but then I decided I didn't really like the way it would probably look against all of the sequins, and that the blue would go better. So I'm going to spend some time cutting out just a few of these cute little starfish shapes, and I'm going to stick them in with the sequins in the pocket. Okay, so now here you can see I am stamping these two small little, what are those called? Weeds, or I don't even know what they're called. But I am just going to stamp a bunch of those on the background of the bottom of this card. And I apologize if you can hear the background noise. My husband apparently decided to start vacuuming at this exact moment because, you know, I told him I'm recording and he needs to absolutely vacuum right now. Whatever. Hopefully you can't hear it. Anyway, so I made a little background with those seaweeds, and I'm going to also stamp the words that says go with the flow. And then I'm going to pull in some of those little girls that I colored, the mermaids, as I was, you know, doodling. And I didn't do the coloring on camera because when I first got this stamp set, I was just so excited and I was just started playing around. So I stamped with my Pacifica ink the words go with the flow right underneath that little opening for the shaker pocket. And then here I've pulled in this scalloped circle, and I'm going to stamp the words shell yeah on there in my black stays on ink, and I really like how that looks. Oh, actually no, that was my I think it was called Paris ink from Memento. Might have been Dusk. I can't remember. Paris Dusk, maybe. But it was a navy blue. And I really like how that looks. And I was thinking I would add it right there. But I actually don't add it there. It's actually going to come off of there. And I'm going to add it somewhere else. So here I stamped the phrase shell yeah a couple more times in two different ink colors. And I was thinking, okay, I'm going to add this to the shaker pocket. But I had already closed and glued the shaker pocket. And I was like, dang it. So I thought about maybe putting it on the front of the shaker pocket. I didn't like that. And so I'm just going to put those aside and use those on a different layout or a different, yeah, I'm going to use it for a different page or whatever. Here I'm just using my Scotch tacky glue to glue down the shaker pocket, and that looks really good and it works out really well. And then I'm going to, let's see, clean up a little bit it looks like. Here I'm going to decide to use some more mermaids, but this is where I realize I like the way these ones that I already colored look. And I didn't want to spend more time because doing these two cards, it literally took almost like an hour and 45 minutes. I think that's how long it took. So it was crazy long to make these two cards because I'm a very slow scrapbooker when I make cards. I don't know why, but I decided I would just use these two girls. Okay, so now here you can see I have cut out a couple of those mermaids, and then I also decided to cut out some of the seaweed that I had watercolored using some Shimmers paints, and I absolutely love how that looks. So I'm going to glue all of these pieces down, and then I'm going to decide that it's still a little too plain, and I'm going to fix that by bringing out some Close to My Heart ink. Okay, so now I decide to go inside the card, and I actually forgot that I had done this, but I'm going to pull out the starfish stamp, And I'm going to stamp that around on the inside of the card in clusters of 3s and 4s and 2s, and it's just going to be random all throughout the card. And then I'm also going to glue down that shell little scallop circle. Really had a lot of fun using this stamp set. When I first got it, I was kind of a little bit nervous because I didn't know what I was going to do. Since I have boys and there's no boy mermaids or mermen in the set, I was just kind of, I wasn't sure how I was going to scrapbook, and then Jody gave me the idea to make some cards, and I was like, yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. And I had so much fun playing with these stamps and doing these girly cards, and because I don't always get to do the girly layouts and everything. So that was a lot of fun. Now here I'm going to pull out my Tim Holtz little blending tool, and I am going to use my Pacifica ink and just make it look like they are swimming in water. And then that is going to be it for this card. Make sure you check out the Instagram hop so that you will be entered to win. I will have a link below. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.